Peace everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're gonna get right into the reading. I'm recording this reading the end of June after the summer solstice of 2022. And I thought this reading was really important for, just to convey some messages if anyone out there just needed to know what's happening within them internally. So today we're going to do a pick a card reading on what is awakening within you. Okay, we're going to have 3 piles. Okay, they're going to be paintings, so you're going to choose from the painting. So I'll see you in a bit. So for pile 1, it'll be this painting that I created. Okay, that'll be the painting for pile 1. For pile 2, it'll be this painting. If you guys can see it, this will be pile 2. Pause the video if you need more time. And pile 3 will be this painting. Pause the video if you need more time. I'm gonna see you at your reading. Peace. If you chose pile 1, this painting here, this is your reading on what is awakening within you. So, I'm seeing a all white angel. So an angel with all white wings, a man. I'm literally seeing the card Judgment. So you are going through an awakening. Pile 1, you're going through a spiritual awakening. Let's see, what's awakening in my pile 1? You're awakening from old beliefs that you had from the past, things that didn't serve you. You're also awakening, some of you are awakening to your ancestry. So some of you actually are getting in touch with your ancestors, and that's what you're awakening to. You're learning how to speak to your ancestors on the other side. What is my pile 1 awakening to? Emergence, consciousness. So we have emergence, and then we have consciousness. At the bottom of the deck, we have miracle. You guys can see that? Yes, you can. What is my pile 1 awakening? What's awakening within my pile 1? I keep wanting to say what's being awakened to. So you guys may be having this awakening that you're experiencing, can also be coming from like an outside external influence. There's an external influence on your awakening. It's like you may be unveiling hidden secrets, maybe about your society or where you're from. You may be learning about some of the ills of your government, or I'm hearing like some people, like the system that you may work for or you may work in. There are some hidden agendas that are being revealed to you at this time, and it may be making you feel alienated. You may feel like, so some of you may feel afraid of what's to come because you can see under the veil. It's like you feel powerless. And then there are others of you that feel foreign because you feel like everyone else around you can't see this. Everyone else around you is sleeping. Yeah, see how the third eye popped out in the harmony card? Yeah. What is awakening for my pile 1? Oh. What's awakening for my pile one? Okay, you guys are experiencing like what you're okay. A lot of you are awakening to the miracles of the universe. You are allowing spirit to show you the way in which you need to take action in order for you to grow yourself and develop yourself, whether that be in your career, in your finances, in your livelihood, in your spirituality. It's like what's awakening within you is this form of strategic. It's like you are learning how to become more strategic in your skill set. You may be studying survival tactics, I'm hearing. Maybe things that you were interested in when you were younger. You're reawakening to those things and you're starting to study them because you're starting to realize that those things that you were interested in as a child is actually what you need now in order to survive. Yeah, you're learning how to purify your spirit. So right now what's awakening within you is you all are going through a purification within your spirit. You're balancing out emotional traumas, things that hurt you, and I'm getting, this is on a large scale. This is not simple things like people that hurt you, but more like traditions and systems that hurt you, that make you feel less than, that trap you, that make you feel trapped. So I'm really getting like the matrix. You all are awakening up to the matrix. That's what's waking within you. What's awakening within you is this old you, this you that was like when you were much younger. You may have like read a lot of conspiracy theorist books, or even if you didn't, you may have just been exposed to that. A lot of conspiracy theories around your government or around the systems of the world or around like what's to come. Like I'm hearing Armageddon. I'm hearing redemption. So like the second coming of Christ. Some of you could be or could have been exposed to like the Israelite culture. And because Israelites have like this time set of when a certain group of people will be awakened. And once they're awakened to their power, then they're going to shine. There's nothing that can stop them. Some of you need to, I'm hearing the song by Erykah Badu, 20 Feet Tall. I built up a wall. No, it's they built up a wall. But if I get off my knees, I realize I'm 20 feet tall. I may be singing that wrong, but I'm getting that you are awakening to the fact that if you stand in your power, if you realize that all of the gifts, all of the talents, all of the intelligence, all of the purity of mind, space, and body is within you, then there's nothing that can stop you. Not even a system, not a matrix, not a jail system, not slavery, not a governmental system, not a parliament, not a totalitarian system. None of it can stop you because you are free within your spirit. You choose your happiness. You choose your peace. You choose your wealth. You choose your prosperity. Everything you need is at your fingertips, and that's what's awakening within you. That your bare necessities is all that you need, that God has provided for you. And this unwavering faith that you're going to awaken to within God is going to enlighten you into the path that you need to take. And it's going to enlighten others to see you be so peaceful and so calm in the midst of chaos. Yes, while everybody else is distracted, focused on superficial pursuits, You are working, building, moving forward into the future. Because you can see the portals in which that trap people, the Maya, the illusion, how spirit transforms things in order for us to awaken to our God-given talents. This is a massive transformation that you're going through because it's external, it's beyond your control. This transformation is like maybe a global one. There's probably a global transformation, or a transformation that's happening nationally, like in your country or maybe in your city, something like that, where it's kind of outside of your control, where it's like, you don't really have much control over resources or how things are being shared. And I'm getting that while everybody else is distracted, you know what's coming. You're preparing for the times ahead. You're preparing for, I'm hearing Armageddon. And you've been preparing for a long time. This is something that you've been interested in from when you were really young. I'm hearing maybe high school, or I'm hearing childhood, to be honest. You've been awakened to the Maya of the illusion of the matrix that you live in. The system, the fiat system. You're being awakened to it. Or you're awakening back to the time frame in which you first became awakened to the fiat system, when you first became awakened to the falsehood and the illusions that the system puts in place to keep us distracted from the fact that in reality we are animals, we are mammals, we live in the universe, yes, but while we're here on this earth, we must share it with nature. And human beings have built this concrete jungle, these blocks, these borders, these buildings, these institutions, to keep us into this like prison of protection of nature, protection of danger. All started from the fire element. When human beings first discovered fire and how to create it, we use that as a form of protection, as a form of enlightenment, as a form of heat, as a form of spirituality and creation. We use it as a form of gathering around to share stories and to commune with one another. This is what is awakening within you. The fire within you from your creation, from your bloodline. Like if you trace your bloodline all the way back to the very beginning, that is what's being lit in you. Those natural talents that your ancestry gathered from over centuries and centuries of developing and learning and sharing and cohabitating with the world and nature that's around them. And while everybody else is focused on being greedy because, people are unfair, people are trapped in their head, people are consumed by the Maya. They want to make sure they keep and they hold on strongly to the matrix, to social media, to the news outlets, to what everybody else is doing, to gadgets and technology and I'm hearing engineering. So like creating things. While everybody is so consumed by creating an app to build more money, or making a YouTube to make more money, or selling a product to make more money, you are centering yourself. You are going within with this Six of Pentacles. Can you see it? There it is. Come on. There we go. You are centering yourself. You see how it keeps blurring in and out? This is how you're feeling right now. You're almost feeling like your vision, it gets blurry and then it's clearing away. It's almost like I'm getting the vision of the other day, I was at the park and I looked up because it was very cloudy, but for some reason it felt like something huge was coming toward us. When I looked up, it was a plane, but the plane was really low toward the ground, so it looks like it's almost like you can almost touch it. And it was behind the clouds. And before I knew it, until I was able to really make out that it was a plane, it was already off. So I'm getting that while everybody else is being distracted, while they can't see what's happening, they're like, is that a plane? Is that a bird? Is that a plane? And it's like, no, it's a rocket ship, meaning that there are systems that are behind the clouds. There are systems that are behind the illusion that everybody is being blinded to. While everybody's just focused on what brings them pleasure, what brings them joy, you're awakening to the fact that, wait, is that a plane that's about to take off and leave us? Or leave us to our vices, leave us to our numbness, to our dumbness, to our greed? So you're having a spiritual balance. You're balancing out spiritually. You're going to be a leader for a lot of people. People that's in your immediate surroundings. You're gathering up so that you can prepare for whatever's coming, so that you'll have enough to give to your family and your loved ones, those that are close to you. You're also awakening to the fact that you want to share information. You want to share more about what's coming in for you spiritually to these people that are consumed by social media or just consumed by whatever the Maya puts in their face. A lot of these people are distracted. And when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about like society. I don't mean just like your friends or your close, relatives or something. I mean society. While everybody is consumed by institutions and governmental systems and housing and whatever. Well, housing is important, but housing on a larger scale, like real estate is really what I mean. Commercial real estate, that kind of thing. You are going to be looking the other way. You're going to say, you're like, something is wrong. Something is off. I don't think I should be looking where everybody else is looking. It's like you're not a follower, and that's what's being awakened within you. That you're not a follower. That you're a leader. And you're starting to learn and take evidence and take notes on how can you grow for yourself? How can you produce for yourself without being dependent on a system? So some of you may be looking into growing your own food. That's what you'll be doing soon, whether it's through herbs or just a simple tomato plant. A lot of you guys are going to be going into growing your own food, growing herbs that can heal you, that can keep you content while other people are getting sick mentally. Some of you are going to be growing herbs that's going to keep you calm mentally. So I'm hearing rosemary, thyme, lemon balm. You guys are going to be keeping your space really clean and clear. A lot of you are going to be burning a lot of essential oils, and you're going to go back to the ways of your ancestry, the ways in which your ancestry did it before this system was built. That's what's being awakened within you. Okay? And you're going to be totally fine. You're going to skate right through this. Because it's almost like you already know. It's already embedded in you how to survive. But it's like you're not going to be surviving. Yep, I said that. Strength. You see that, the strength card? You know how to overcome challenges because of your creativity. And this creativity is coming from your ancestors. It's like you are their child. Your ancestors knew how to overcome a lot. Your ancestors had to overcome a lot. If you are of a descendant of people where they were enslaved, or they were forced against their will, or they were marginalized, or a lot of them became martyrs and died for a cause, that kind of thing. Like if that's in your bloodline, those ancestors, I'm getting this is what's in your bloodline though. Those ancestors, you hear that alarm? You hear that fire truck? This is what's going on. It's almost like an alarm is going off. Do you see that card? It says emergence. It's an emergency. Your ancestors are telling you this is an emergency. And it's almost like you already know, you've been feeling it. You've been picking up on the energy. You've been watching how prices have been going up, how not even that. I'm getting some of you guys, it's not that. It's more so the things that are catching your eye when you are surfing the net, or when you are traveling, or when you are buying your groceries, or when you're thinking about how should I cook for myself? How should I eat? How would I be able to store my food if I didn't have a refrigerator? How would I be able to entertain myself if I didn't have internet? or I didn't have electronics to entertain me. You know, how would I live my life if I didn't have electricity? How would I live my life if I lived off grid? A lot of you guys are looking into living off grid, and what does it mean to live off of the land? How far do you have to dig into the land to grow, to bury your food? You know, how do you build shelter from natural resources? How do you cover yourself or protect yourself from weather? How can you tell when the weather is about to change before it changes? How can you read time without using a digital or analog clock? Do you know how to read time using the sun, using the celestial bodies, using the stars? Do you know how to read seasonal changes using the stars? These are the things that you are now awakening to, that you need to learn. And this is what your ancestors want you to learn, because your ancestors may have been nomadic with this Page of Wands. They may have been explorative. They may have to change location and be in different environments and adapt to different environments. And the way in which they were able to do that is because they knew directions really well. Your ancestors had a really good, keen sense of direction, of navigation. I'm gonna get one more of these, and then I'm gonna go as to what is awakening in my pile one. What is awakening in my pile one? What's awakening within you is, because we have A squared plus B squared equals C squared, but it's reverse. It fell out reverse, and then I have the lotus flower underneath that. So what I'm getting is, what you're awakening to is that the system that you are living in is not correct. It's not right. The way in which the system thrives, where people are able to, you know, create things, and human beings are able to give back to community and society through philosophy and engineering and science and, you know, mathematics and philosophy and culture and all of these things, food, all kind of different things. You're realizing that none of those things matter. None of those luxuries of life matter. What really matters, like, I'm literally seeing someone take $100 bill, take a whole pile of $100 bills and throw it in the fire to burn for heat, because heat is more important than the actual dollar itself. The dollar now is devalued to its actual true essence, which is paper. And that's what I'm getting with this ace of A squared plus B squared equals C squared in reverse. It's a right triangle, but it's in reverse, meaning that that foundation is no longer correct. It's not a right foundation. It wasn't built off of sustainability. It was built off of greed. And that's what you're learning. So continue to learn, continue to grow. Your ancestors are saying you're right on the right path. And if you keep learning about how to survive, you'll have all the skills and tools that you need when the time comes to be able to take care of yourself and your family. Okay, Pile One? Thank you so much for choosing my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Peace, Pile Two. If you chose the hexagonal painting, this painting here, this is your reading on what is awakening within you. So many paintings in here, and my eye is burning because the smoke got right in my eye. So now my eye is burning. Okay, so that may mean something. My left eye is burning, the uchat. If you know anything about the Egyptian culture, the uchal is the two eyes. The uchat is, I think it's the left eye. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm getting. The uchat is the left eye. The left eye is the psychic eye. The right eye is the eye of protection. So the right eye is the eye of Ra. The left eye is the eye of Horus. So you may have gotten wounded. I think your third eye may have gotten wounded recently. But you still protected. Even if your third eye got wounded, you're still protected. So some of you could have gone through a spiritual attack. I'm hearing this of many different types of spiritual attacks. So it could be anything. I'm hearing some of you guys are going through spiritual attacks through your phone, like through being addicted to your electronics. That can be a form of psychic attacks. You're getting psychically attacked through the messages that you're receiving through your cellular device. Some of you are receive psychic attacks through like an actual person doing spell work, or some people just sending you evil eye. And then others of you are getting psychically attacked spiritually by the actual society that you live in. So you may be like, you could be a woman in corporate, something like that, or you could be like in some way you're an outlier in your society or in your lifestyle. It's like you're an outlier. You're almost, you guys understand, okay? What is awakening within my pile twos? What is awakening within my pile twos? What's awakening within my pile twos? Miracle and transition. What's awakening within my pile twos? What's awakening within my pile twos? Some of you guys, we had miracle and emergence pop out for pile 1. So if you guys felt called to, you can look at pile 1. If not, you know, just focus on whatever message is coming in this pile. But you are definitely going through a transition. It's because you guys are healing from some kind of attack. You guys are healing from a psychic attack, because this transition card looks like a snake. It's like, if you notice, look at this painting. Can you guys see the painting? Do you see that S shape in the painting? Let me turn it this way so you can kind of see it better. Yeah. Do you see the S shape in the painting? Can you guys see it? The S? That's the same exact shape that's on this card. Can you guys see it? Look at the card. You see the S shape? You see the S shape? I'm literally getting a snake. So snakes can represent your psychic awakening, your psychic power. So you guys are going through some kind of awakening, something that may feel frightening you, something that may shock you. It's awakening you. It's awakening you to the psychic attacks that you've been under. A lot of you guys been asleep. A lot of you guys been asleep. Yeah. Maybe some of you guys with this king coming out, you see how he's holding that pentacle? See how he's holding that pentacle? At the bottom of the deck, we have gambler. You see that? That king came out. I immediately got that some of you guys are losing your money in stocks. You're not paying attention to your stocks, or you're not paying attention to your investments in general. Some things that you are investing your money into, like I'm literally hearing some of you guys may have purchased like, you may have subscribed to things that you need to unsubscribe to, that you totally forgot to unsubscribe so that they don't take money away from you. You need to go ahead and do that, because there are things that are hidden from you that you're not paying attention to. Like there are hidden fees that you're learning to become awakened to. Like, oh my God, all this time they were taking out $50, or all this time they were taking out $150, or all this time, whatever it may be. Yeah, and you're learning to advocate for yourself, because you're learning that, wow, I'm losing a lot of money from these companies that's just been taken from me, and I'm not even using it. So some of you guys are paying for a Netflix account that you're not using. You're paying, it's like I'm getting the system is stealing from you. You're being psychically attacked. Look what came out. Vampire came out. It literally says, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Exactly. You guys are awakening to the fact that you need to defend yourself with this Avenger card and this Advocate. You need to advocate for yourself and defend your finances. Some of you guys, you need to look at like bank fees. There are hidden fees with your banks, or subscriptions that you may have. There are like hidden fees or your cell phone bill. Like somewhere people are taking money from you or taking resources from you, and you're not aware of it. What's being awakened? Inner witness. Your intuition has been trying to guide you to this. And a lot of you, your intuition is guiding you because a lot of you don't say anything. It's like you notice that these people unfairly took money from you, and you feel like because you didn't advocate for yourself sooner that you're not going to say anything. But Spirit is advising for you to defend yourself and say, no, I want my money back. I didn't even use the service. If you see I only use the service for X amount of time, or, you know, Spirit is saying for you to advocate for yourself. Advocate for yourself, and you're going to see miracles are going to happen. If, you know, I'm literally hearing closed mouths don't get fed. And this is probably an awakening for you. Some of you guys may be advocating for yourself because you've noticed that the system, it doesn't have to be like you have hidden fees or people taking money from you. It could be like the actual system itself, like maybe people are stealing your intellectual property, things that you could be making money off of, but other people are capitalizing off of it. Or people are taking your spiritual property. And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, if you have intercourse with someone and someone comes and they take your energy and they go and capitalize off it by manifesting more abundance for them, and your abundance is depleting, and you're wondering why, since I've been dating this person or since I've been intimate with this person, it's like the roles are switched. Their abundance is up and my abundance is down. You know, you guys are becoming aware of this, and you're realizing, wait, I'm giving away my energy to a source that's just taking from me and not giving back. And Spirit wants you to speak your truth, because you've been receiving a lot of signs. I'm hearing some of you in the dream realm. Some of you are just multiple ways. You guys have been receiving signs from Spirit and you're not aware of it. You're not paying attention to it. It's like you're just keeping it. You're just like noticing the signs. See, 7 of Cups came out. I'm telling you, you guys have been receiving signs. I'm hearing in clouds. Some of you may see shapes in clouds with the 7 of Cups popping out. 6 of Wands, like, and it's almost like you see these signs clearly and you're just accepting, like, oh, okay, I'm good. It's like you see the signs and you think that it's just telling you like you're good, when not necessarily. It's almost trying to wake you up. Like, not all the signs that you receive is saying that you're good and that, you know, Spirit is with you. Not every angel number you see is saying that Spirit is with you and that you're good and that you're on the right path. Sometimes you get angel numbers, or you get signs, or you get notices from Spirit that is like, hey, wake up, pay attention to this. And I think that's what these signs were. And I'm getting you're awakening to these signs. You're awakening. What's awakening within you is that these signs, you're now starting to learn what the different signs mean. Different animal totems, different angel numbers, or like, I'm getting for some of you guys, you're not that heavily into spirituality. It's more practical. So you're more so paying attention to the ups and downs of life, like the swings of life. And you're like, wait, why do I always have a down around this time? Like, it seems like around this time in my life, it seems like always around February or always around June, I'm experiencing some kind of misfortune. Or it seems like always around September, I'm experiencing like an abundance of harvest, or I'm experiencing, you know, abundance. Spirit is saying that you're now awakening to those signs within you, the things that, to show you this is your natural clock with the universe. This is how you co-create with the universe. Your cycle is different. The universe gives to you in abundance at a specific time, and then, you know, the waters may run a little dry. And so Spirit is saying, since you're now awakening to these tides, maybe financially or in your physical realm, or just like in general, maybe some of you guys gain more weight around a certain time, or lose weight around a certain time, or become more addicted to substances around other times and other times you don't really want to. You are starting to notice the clocks and the cycles within yourself, and in combination with co-creating with Spirit, co-creating with the universe, co-creating with God. And these signs are now that you're learning these signs, you're now awakening to when should you take action? When should you show yourself? When should you retreat and harvest your energy? And when should you retreat and hold back and restore your energy? Because some of you guys retreat to harness your energy, to get back to center. And then some of you guys need to retreat just to like block out other energies, because a lot of people are sucking on your energy. And so you kind of need to pull back. So some of you guys, this could be due to your social media. I'm getting social media with this spread. You guys are awakening to the ways in which people can influence you even through watching you on a screen. Like right now there's this fly and it's doing the most. Look how this fly is doing it. Yes. So I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera. Like he's really showing himself. This fly here. That is telling me that that fly is also a sign. Like if you guys are seeing a lot of insects in your home, like flies or gnats, that is because there needs to be a spiritual cleanse. There needs to be, like you may need to do a social media cleanse, or just period, watching anything on media, period. So you can heal your crown chakra. Some of you guys need to wash your hair more often. I'm hearing. Some of you guys need to wash your hair more often. And when you're washing your hair, some of you guys need to like pour herbs down your crown to release certain energies. I'm hearing like, you guys know, because some of my ancestors are saying no, everybody's magic is different. Everybody herbalism is different. So whatever it is for you, whatever it is in your ancestry, okay? But some of you guys need to do like a crown chakra cleanse. You need to cleanse the crown so that you can keep your crown protected and still also have a connection with the universe, where the messages that flow into you are controlled and there's boundaries. You're not just receiving a whole bunch of different things that are coming at you because people are watching you online. Some of you guys could have like a public platform and a lot of people watch you online. These energies are attacking you, whether you realize it or not. Sometimes it's not really that people have ill intentions when they watch you. Sometimes it's just that people are just nosy. Sometimes it's that people project their ideas onto you that's not, that, they're coming from their perspective and their upbringing, but their perspective and upbringing could be of a mindset of lack. And they're projecting it onto you, And so you're going to have to protect yourself. Even if it's you needing to express to the people that follow you, like, hey, keep your thoughts to yourself. At the end of the day, I'm doing this for X, Y, and Z purpose. And if you're not here for that, then exit stage left. Like some of you guys need to get a little bit more, I'm hearing inclusive. It's like you need to only include the ones that, that are of a vibration that can elevate or can match your vibration. And if you don't speak up, this could have been something that's been on your mind for a while, and this is what you're going through right now. You're kind of thinking of like ways in which you could create more money for yourself online, but it's like Spirit is warning you that the more people that watch you means the more protection you need to have, because it's the more psychic attacks that you're going to be experiencing. Excuse me. Someone's calling me. Anyway, see? You see that? Like, it's like social media is a distraction for you. Your phone may be distracting you. People may be trying to reach out to you, trying to call you, hey, come out and do this and that. And it's almost like these things are draining your money. These things are draining your resources. These things are draining your energy, where you can't focus your energy on something that you really think can bring you profit or can bring you some level of attraction, which I'm getting would be on social media. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for this pile. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. You need to release. Some of you guys are withholding something that can actually heal a lot of people. Spirit is advising for you to release any mindsets of lack and expose any things that you may be hiding, that you may be feeling like other people would look down on you about. Like you may be embarrassed about certain things in your life. Some of you guys may be embarrassed about your spirituality or your mother. Some of you may be embarrassed of your mother. Spirit is saying release all of those. You're releasing all of those. I'm hearing it. You're releasing all of it. And I'm getting some of you guys experience like knots in your throat sometimes. Like you feel like you can't really speak. And it's because you have to speak about this. You have to release some of the ideas. You almost have to like express aloud some of the ideas that are a space of lack that you may be embarrassed of, things that you're embarrassed of. You may need to talk about it to the public so that you can release it, so that you can help other people heal from their prosperity. Heal from their prosperity, or heal from their space of lack, their mindsets of lack. And that's what you are that's what's awakening within you. I was about to say that's what you are evolving into. So yeah, this is what you are evolving into. Coming from a place of vulnerability to help others. And you may do it on a public platform. Spirit is saying, go for it. It's going to bring you miracles you won't even believe. It's going to bring a lot of other people miracles as well. Yeah, Spirit is saying explore those inner talents, explore those thoughts that you have, explore exposing the truth about yourself. It's going to free you, and you're going to start to see your path much clearer than you did before. Okay, Pile 2, thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, Pile 2. Peace, Pile 3. If you chose this painting here, the circular painting, this is your reading on what is awakening within you. A compass. You guys I literally heard a compass. You guys, what's awakening within you is your internal compass. You're beginning to learn where to go from yourself. What's awakening within my Pile 3 spirit? So a lot is awakening within you. Conception, divine feminine, and alchemy. You guys are giving birth to brand new creative ideas. And you're allowing these ideas that you're giving birth to, you've already had alchemized them a long time ago. You've already had these ideas. You've already put in the work. You're in a space, what's being awakened to you is that you're in a space right now where you're learning how to use your alchemy in order to attract the prosperity to you. It's like you're standing in your power. You're realizing, I am the authority. I am the leader within my life. People should be knocking on my door to receive my gifts, to receive my talents, to receive what it is that I have to offer, to utilize my skills and expertise. Like you're starting to step into this knowing. You're awakening to the fact that you are actually an expert. You actually have what it takes, and that you didn't need anything outside of you to validate that you are the leader, that you are a boss, that you know what you're doing, that you are an expert in your field. What's awakening for my Pile 3? What's awakening within my Pile 3? Yeah, you're destroying old beliefs. With this destroyer card, I'm not gonna lie, it's explosive for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys are having like tumultuous emotional responses to things. Like your emotions may be like completely out of whack, like out of nowhere. You're just like emotional. Anything could like spark an emotional response within you at this time. And a lot of you guys, it's causing you to want to just take action and go after the things that you believe in, no matter what people may say about it. Because we got martyr at the end of at the bottom of the deck. So I'm getting like, yeah, it says learning the transient nature of service to oneself or a cause. Like, yeah, a lot of you guys are ripping off the Band-Aid. It's like a lot of you guys are revealing the wounds that you have in order to attract the healing that you need, or attract the abundance that you need through your compassion, through your vulnerability. Yeah, a lot of you guys are destroying old beliefs that you told yourself from when you were a child, or old beliefs that your parents may told you, or your mother may have told you. A lot of you guys are awakening to the fact that a lot of the things that you were telling yourself, a lot of the lies that you told yourself were actually very harmful, and they didn't even come from you. They came from your parents, or they came from your mother, or they came from other women in your life. I'm hearing some of you were raised by your aunt, or some of you were raised by like a woman that's outside of your mother. But whoever was like your caretaker when you were growing up, you're awakening to the fact that a lot of the ideas that you've had that was stopping your manifestations from coming into fruition was due to ideas that you adopted from, I'm hearing some of you guys, from a spiritual community. So not just an actual mother figure, but things that you've adopted from like a community that you were raised in. And you're starting to defend these new ideas now that you're having. You're starting to awaken to your own spiritual will, your own spiritual power. Oh, I'm hearing some of you guys, it's your sexual power too. Like you are igniting your sexual energy and allowing yourself to be feminine, allowing yourself to be free, allowing your feminine nature to shine, and realizing that your sensuality and who you are, your creativity, doesn't actually offend anyone but people who can't control it. People who can't control your femininity, those are the people who try to keep you restricted. Those are the people who told you these lies. Those are the people who sold you these dreams and these stories about who you could possibly have been, about what could possibly happen if you, all of the destruction that could happen in your life if you don't listen to them, if you don't follow their word. And you're destroying all of those beliefs that were within you. And you are looking very beautiful because of this. It's like you're stepping into your creative self and you're allowing yourself to be free. I'm getting some of the people on this for this reading are LGBTQ, and you grew up and people didn't accept you. People didn't accept you wanting to dress how you wanted to dress, walk how you wanted to walk, talk how you wanted to talk, be how you wanted to be. And a lot of the times you hid yourself out of fear of not just ridicule, but like actual physical harm. A lot of you guys hid who you were out of harm, out of like, as like a defense mechanism, because there were a lot of people that would have, physically hurt you because of who you wanted to be, of just you expressing yourself. And you're coming to this space now where you're awakening to the fact that I can't allow these people to have these kind of control over me. I'm going to allow these people to stop me from being who I truly want to be, from being free, because they're so upset and angry with their own masculinity. They are so toxic in their own masculinity that they feel like they have to control others' masculinity or control others' femininity. Because I'm also getting this, for if any of you express yourself in a more feminine fashion. This could be anybody a part of LGBTQ or anybody just in, any cis people, cis women. So any women who born women and dress like women, or you know what I'm trying to say. Feminine energy, okay? Because I feel like I'm like, so some of you guys are also awakening to the fact that some of you guys are actually funny, and that your actual personality is enough to put the barrier between you and someone who could possibly harm you. It's like your charisma and your funny nature is what prevents you from being in harm's way. It's like you make fun of a lot of things. It's like your energy is just funny and like vivacious. So it's like people don't hurt you. I'm getting that's for women and that's for men. That's for both categories. It's like, even if you express yourself in a more feminine or sexy way, like for the women, I'm getting that even if you are a woman that's like a tomboy, sorry if that offended you. Anyway, if you're a woman that's like a tomboy and you're around the guys, you could be experiencing some fear around possibly being taken advantage of physically by men. If they felt the urge to, that they're stronger than you, that they could take advantage of you. So the way that you transmute that energy is by being funny, is by being charismatic, is by being very likable and sociable, being very down to earth, being very creative too. Like some of the people, this pile, it's like you're awakening to the fact that people like you just for who you are because you are a creative person. Like some people just like you because of your creativity and your attractive nature. But you're giving birth to this brand new you where you're starting to like release fears, release sadness, release the fact that you're afraid of people being like confused by you or confused by who you are, or confused by your identity. And you're starting to like get rid of the confusion by getting rid of the confusion that is within you. It's like you're getting rid of all of these beliefs, all of these ideas that were like, some of you guys, I'm seeing some of you were men that were in the church, like you grew up in the church. And some of these like old school Christian beliefs, like they hinder you from being your full self, from being who you really are, from being your full feminine self. And I'm getting that you're awakening to the fact that I could still be Christian, I could still be a part of the church and be a gay man and be a part of LGBTQ. Because it's not about how I express myself, it's about my love for God. It's about me being a good person, me being a genuine person. It's about me as a person, not about what I look like on the outside. Because what I look on the outside is just a self-expression of my feminine nature. Because that is much more dominant within me. And that's how God made me. You're coming to this realization that you're destroying a lot of old beliefs that other like masculine systems, because I'm getting masculine institutions. So even if you're not a man and that's not your story, I'm also getting like women who want to break free from Islamic culture, women who want to break free, and even if they want to still continue to have the faith of Islam and to practice and to be a practicing Muslim, it's like you may want to still wear your hijab, but you want to wear regular clothes. You don't want to be completely covered. So you're making some shifts in your physical appearance where you kind of want to be more feminine and you want to step more into your feminine energy. And this is what's awakening within you. And yes, you may have some pushback. You may have some male authority that may be confused and they may not like it. But don't allow their energies to distract you, to make you second guess this truth that you're coming into, this truth that you're realizing. Don't allow the old ways in which they kept you trapped mentally to confuse you and make you second guess coming out and being your full self. And that's what's awakening within this pile. Yeah, it's Chariot. Chariot. You know what's so interesting about this card? I love this card because the Chariot is represented by the moon. And it's always been peculiar to me because the Chariot is very aggressive. It's aggressive energy. The Chariot is forward moving, like on the right path. It's two big horses galloping forward. The horse energy is a masculine energy, right? Yet it's represented by this feminine goddess, the moon. So there's this duality within you where on the outside, you may be restricted by some kind of masculine exterior form, meaning like, it could be religion. Like I said, I named up a bunch of different scenarios before. So you may be consumed by this masculine external thing, but on the inside, it's the femininity within you that's guiding you. It's this inner compass that's guiding you. It's this intuition that's saying, no, this is who you truly are. Every day you wake up, you have the urge to be this, to do this, to express yourself, to be free. And it's almost like you're now choosing. What's awakening within you is that you're now coming to the clarity, you're coming to the wisdom that, you know what? It doesn't really matter what these people think. These people can't live my life for me. This is my journey. This is my awakening. You can't tell me how I'm supposed to live. No, as a matter of fact, I'd rather choose peace over acceptance. So that's where you guys are with this Chariot energy. It's like you're choosing to move away from or walk away from or just leave behind systems that didn't serve you. Old belief thoughts that didn't serve you. And you're doing this because you're not at peace. You're not at peace being restricted. You're not at peace, restricting your feminine nature. It's like, no. Now it's almost like you're walking into this space where you are protecting the fact that you're feminine. You're protecting the power of your femininity, the power of your divine feminine essence. And you're giving birth to this new feminine way of being. And honestly, you don't care, because the more and more you give birth, the more and more you keep moving forward, the more and more peace you're experiencing. The less and less people you stop speaking to, the more and more people that you cut off, the more and more ideas that you cut out, the more and more, shame that you release, the more and more free you become, the more and more peaceful you are. And so Spirit is saying you're on the right path. Keep going. Don't be afraid. Know that there's only peace that lies ahead of you. This journey is leading you down to a space of peace. Ace of Wands and the 10 of Wands. It's too much. It's a burden. It's burdensome to carry all of the weight of all these other people's ideas, all of these other people's systems, all of these other people's restrictions. It's too much to carry. No, you're awakening up to the fact that, no, I'm going to be my full androgynous self. I'm going to be my full self, because the world always reminds me of androgyny. So that's why I'm getting that duality between, maybe some of you are bisexual, or some of you, like I said, some of you are restricted by some masculine system. And it's like you're learning how to push those boundaries through your femininity, because femininity cannot be controlled. It is literally the essence of chaos. It cannot be controlled. And that is a part of God as well. God is her and him. God is chaos and order. And that's what you're learning. That's what you're awakening to. You're awakening to the chaos within you, the struggle that you're experiencing internally, the reason why you're having all of these explosive emotional bouts, the reason why you're responding to things, in a haze. Like, you don't know why your emotions are so up and down, why one minute you're grateful, the next minute you're sad. It's because you're having all of this combustion. You're having an internal combustion of emotions that are saying, be who you want to be. Destroy all of those ideas that are stopping you from being free. Your free, loving, attractive, beautiful, feminine essence of who you are. Let your creativity shine. Some of you guys are going to be attracting new lovers, I just want to say, because you're going to be looking real bomb. The more that you step into yourself, you're going to look really more attractive. You're going to look much more grounded. It's like people are going to tell that you've leveled up. And that's what's awakening within you. It's a level up. It's a level up in your creativity. It's a level up in your spirituality. It's a level up in your self-identity, how you identify yourself to the world and how you identify yourself to yourself, because that's most important. However you see yourself, every day you have to wake up with yourself for you to be happy. So what do I need to do for myself to be happy? What decisions do I need to make for myself to be happy? And this flame has lit up in you. And I'm sorry, it can't be extinguished. It can't be put out. This flame is almost like a volcano has erupted. It's like a volcano has erupted. And you're just like, it's no turning back. It's no turning back to the old ways. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. Hate it or love it. But either way, I'm going to be who I want to be. And that's who you're awakening into, Pile 3. Thank you so much for choosing my reading, for choosing me as your reader today. If you like my content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace, Pile 3.